The 26th of March 2025 saw the latest evolution in London City Airport's timeline, with the arrival of the first passenger service of an Embraer E195-E2. This is very significant for London City Airport as it is the largest aircraft to have been certified to land there. The flight was operated by Helvetic Airways, who already operate to London City with their smaller E190-E2s. The aircraft, registered as Hotel Bravo Alpha Zulu India, touched down on the airport's runway 09 at 12:01 p.m, adorned with a special largest aircraft at LCY decal. It was operating as LX456 from Zurich on behalf of Swiss. This is not only the largest aircraft to land at London City in terms of physical size, but also capacity, with 134 seats in the Helvetic Airways fleet, and a theoretical capacity of up to 150. The arrival of this aircraft has the potential to unlock London City's previously constrained potential. It's no secret that London City Airport has a short runway. Sitting at just 1,508 metres or 4,948 feet long, and with no room to realistically lengthen the runway further, aircraft designed for airlines that intend to operate from here have to be designed with this short runway in mind. This was seen with most regional aircraft in recent years, from the BAE 146 to the original Embraer E-jets to the A220-100 and the Embraer E2s of the present day. One major limiting factor to operations at London City is its steep approach angle of -5.5 degrees in order to avoid tall buildings and reduce noise in residential areas. The approach angle for most airports is -3.3 degrees. These are important factors that can make flying into London City less attractive to airlines than other London airports. Others can include pilots needing extra training for these steep approaches or being constricted by the aircraft type that can be flown there. However, London City has made efforts to change requirements to allow larger aircraft to land there. These include the recent addition of the Embraer E195-E2, but plans were also outlined recently to explore the possibility of Airbus A320neo operations. London City Airport is no stranger to the Airbus A320 family, of course. The airport was famously home to British Airways' Airbus A318 service to New York JFK, which ended in 2020. However, when these services did operate, they were heavily weight restricted, to the extent that they could not make it all the way to New York in one hop, instead having to make a fuel stop in Shannon, Ireland. This was because the planes were too heavy to reliably take off from London City Airport's short runway. Furthermore, they only had a maximum capacity of 32 passengers in an all-business class layout, making them lighter still. Weight and engine performance are very important for London City's short runway in order to lift off in the required distance and reach a desired climb rate. To achieve this, aircraft are required to perform what's known as a static takeoff, in which the engines are spooled to full power, but the brakes are left on to build energy and increase acceleration. The brakes are then released and the plane does not waste any runway space rolling down the runway while spooling up the engines. Similar to those of the Embraer E2 family, the A320neo's larger engines easily provide much greater thrust over those of the type's first generation, thereby giving the A320neo a much shorter takeoff distance if needs be. There is a precedent for A320neos operating from short runways like this. Santos Dumont Airport in Rio de Janeiro occasionally sees A320neo traffic while operating from a runway over 150 metres or nearly 500 feet shorter than the one at London City Airport. Therefore, with the proposed changes to the approach and departure patterns, A320neo operations aren't exactly inconceivable. Another advantage that the A320neo could bring London City is the ability to handle palletised cargo. At present, no aircraft that flies to the airport can handle anything other than loose luggage in the cargo hold. The benefit of using the LD3 cargo hold pallets means that freight can be more easily transferred between aircraft, and a greater variety of freight can be carried. This means that the airport could potentially become another small but significant port through which goods can enter and leave the UK. The A320neo aside, Airbus is reportedly also working to certify the A220-300 at the airport as well, as an answer to the Embraer E2 certification. This will allow for greater flexibility for airlines like Swiss and ITA that already fly the A220-100 to the airport, as well as making it more attractive to airlines that fly the A220-300 but don't fly to London City. Furthermore, all these new certifications for larger aircraft will undoubtedly help to inform British Airways' decision regarding the airports moving forward. It's no secret that the airline has at least somewhat been looking for a replacement for their fleet of Embraer E190s, and with London City now proving that it's more flexible than it was just a few years ago, this may aid a finalised decision. And, as shown recently with the diversions caused by Heathrow's recent power outage, London could also do with more available diversion airports to help ease congestion and inconvenience for passengers. Therefore, with a new runway suitable for A320neo operations, London City's case could be made stronger still. London City's hopes for expanded usage come at a similar time to renewed support for a third runway at London Heathrow. The project, which was stagnant for many years, has had new life breathed into it by the new Labour government in recent months. The chosen frontrunner for this plan is to expand the airport to the northwest, allowing space for a new runway and terminal, but with ground having not yet been broken, no timescale has yet been proposed. Two of London's other airports, Gatwick and Luton, have outlined plans to maximise their capacity as well. Gatwick already has a second runway. While it's currently being used as a taxiway, the airport plans to move it slightly north to comply with runway spacing regulations. Luton too suggests that a realignment of its taxiways may well improve its ability to move traffic and increase capacity further. Another more controversial plan to increase capacity at Heathrow is the so-called mixed mode system. This involves aircraft taking off and landing from the same runways, which could reduce spacing between aircraft from 80 seconds to around 65. But this all comes at the cost of additional noise over the local surrounding areas to Heathrow, which is something that the residents very much want to avoid. London City Airport has struggled to keep up with the growth of the city itself. Constricted by the aircraft types that are allowed to fly there in the first place, combined with the limitations of the airport's location, they have fought long and hard to realise their true potential. As a result, they have not only proven that larger aircraft operations are possible there, but are safe as well. They have also proven that they're ready to embrace the advances of engine and aircraft technology and use them to their advantage with minimal environmental impact. What they have also shown is that London need not have the hesitation it currently has over the idea of expanding its air travel options. While London City Airport does not have the socio-economic or environmental impact of the city's other airports, it can be used as a proof of concept that growth through air travel can still be achieved with what London's airports already have to offer.